Salman was returning to work in his London office after spending 2 weeks with his brother over in New York. He was coming back with a heavy heart. It was not just that it was the end of a wonderful holiday. It was not just that he invariably suffered badly from jet lag. It was that Monday mornings always began with a team meeting, and over the months, he had grown to hate them. Salman was aware that colleagues approached these meetings with hidden agendas. They indulged in game playing, and he knew that people were not being honest and open. The meetings themselves were bad enough, but then there was all the moaning afterwards. The usual people saying the usual things. I could have improved on that idea, but I wasn't going to say. I was thinking of making a suggestion, but I couldn't be bothered. As this morning's meeting began, Salman braced himself for the usual monotony. But as the meeting progressed, he became aware of a strange background noise. At first he thought that he was still hearing the engine noise from the aircraft that had brought him back to London. He had had to sit over the wing, and the droning was terrible. But as he concentrated on the noise, it became a little clearer. He realized, to his amazement, that he could hear what his colleagues were thinking, as well as what they were saying. As he concentrated still harder, he found that he could actually hear what they were thinking at the same time as they were speaking. What surprised him even more than the acquisition of this strange power was that he discovered that what people were saying was not really what they were thinking. They were not making clear their reservations. They were not supporting views which they thought might be unpopular. They were not contributing their new insights. They were not volunteering their new ideas. Salman found it impossible not to respond to his new knowledge. So he started to make gentle interventions, based more on what he could hear his colleagues thinking than on what he could hear them saying. So, John, are you really saying... Susan, do you really think that... Amir, have you got an idea on how we could take this forward? He was aware that his colleagues were unsettled by how insightful were these interventions. They looked at him mystified. In truth, he felt rather proud of his newly acquired talent. Emboldened now, Salman forgot his usual misery at participating in such meetings and began making comments of his own. However, he became aware that some of his colleagues were looking at him quizzically. One or two even had a gentle smile playing on their lips. Only gradually did it dawn on him. They could hear his thoughts, and he was not really saying what he was thinking. As the meeting progressed, Salman became aware of changes to the tone and style of the event. It was clear to him now that, one by one, each member of the meeting was learning how to hear the thoughts of all the others. And this was subtly changing how they interacted with one another. The game playing started to fall away. People started to speak more directly. Views became better understood. The atmosphere became more open and trusting. The meeting ended. As people left the room, Salman found that he could still hear what they were thinking. That was the best meeting we've ever had. All meetings should be like that. In future, I'm going to say what I think. You see, in life, in your life, you are not the only one to be scared to say what you think. But the truth is that everyone can tell when you are saying what you think and when not. If everyone would be honest, if everyone would live from the inside to the outside and not the other way around, life would be more honest. Life would be more direct. Life is short. And if we can cut out all this playing around and nonsense politics, then our quality time will be much better and much more in our lives. So live from the inside to the outside and not the other way around. Say what you think and don't be afraid.
First things first, I'ma say all the words inside my head. I'm